Hello, everyone. Good day. We'll have our continuation on our discussion sa multiple degree of freedom system, discrete multiple degree of freedom system. So, just a brief a review of what we discussed. Natay assumptions sa ato ang multiple degree of freedom system. So, we apply this assumption in order to simplify and idealize our structural system aron mas dali siya masabtan. So again, the first assumption is that the columns supporting the systems are massless. So that is the first assumption. Mura na siya gisabot nga ang iyang kuan, ang iyang weight is ato siyang gipasa tanan sa slab. Gi-concentrate nato siya. Second is that the intermass of this structure is concentrated at the floor level. So this is the second assumption. The third assumption is that for our idealization sa ato ang multi-story building is that the floor systems and beams are rigid, whereas the columns are vertically rigid but flexible to lateral deformation. So this is also quite similar from our single degree of freedom system. Actually, the assumptions that we had with the multiple or the multi-story building for the MDOF system is quite similar with the single degree of freedom system. So again, the floor systems and beams are rigid. So say like in the SDOF system, if we have a single story structure here is that we need that the floor systems and the beams to be rigid and the column should be flexible in the lateral direction but vertically rigid uh, so that when we apply a load or let's say the structure will be in a free vibration response, the structure will only move laterally. So that is the concept why we need to assume that the floor systems and the beams are rigid. So we have our deformation here. That is our U of T. Now, what happens if the structure, if we do not assume that the floor systems and beams are not rigid and the columns is not vertically rigid and flexible to lateral deformation or lateral direction? Now, what happens is that if we apply a load, the structure might deform like this, no? In such a way, there's, for example, for this SDOF system, so this is an SDOF system, in such a way, if we do not follow the rigid floor beams and the floor systems, and as well as well that the columns are not vertically rigid, what will happen is that there will be a lateral motion or lateral deformation that will occur on this structure. There will also be vertical deformations or motions. And as well, if you notice, no, if you look at the notes, there are some rotations present on the structure. So that what will happen if we do not assume that the floor systems and beams are rigid and the columns are vertically rigid and flexible to the lateral deformation. And lastly is that the structure is supported on the rigid ground. So that is part of our assumption. So that is just a brief recap on the assumptions that we have to simplify and idealize a for both the single story and the multi-story building in the consideration for our analysis for the degrees of freedom, single degree freedom system and the multiple degree of freedom system. Now, without further ado, let's have our first example. So we have a structure supported by four concrete square columns per floor modeled as shown. F prime C of the structural members is 21 megapascal. Dimension of the columns were 300 millimeters by 300 millimeters. The height of the first floor is equal to 1.25 the height of second floor, which is also equal to 1.333333 each, or the height of the third floor, which is equal to 4 meters. So take note that H1, H2, and H3 were height of respective floors. So H1 is the height of the first floor, H2 is the height of the second floor, and H3 is the height of the third floor. And then we have also given here. It states that Mochi factor for the second floor is equal to 1.0. Because what I mentioned last time is that When we say Mochi factor is just a factor, no, that is a unitless factor. That is just a factor, and we can say that the topmost floor might have a Mochi factor of one, and then we'll calculate the Mochi factor of the rest of the floor with respect to the mochi of the third floor, or let's say of the topmost floor. Here, we have the mochi factor for the second floor equal to 1.0. So instead nga sa topmost floor, the mochi factor equal to 1. Here we have the mochi factor for this one for is equal to 1.0. Now we are asked to find the to 1. We have here determine the stiffness of one column per floor and the equivalent stiffness per floor. Afterwards, we're asked to find the natural frequencies and time period of the system. Then, sir, determine the mode shape factors per floor. And fourth, sketch the mode shape and the total mode shape. So we'll try to solve this one in the next video.